Hi, this is Miss Anders, and these are the first set of hyperbola's notes. So keep in mind that hyperbolas are part of the set of conic sections. So hyperbolas are formed when we slice a cone and we get a parabola shape above, and then we also get a parabola shape below. And those two parabola shapes create a hyperbola. Remember, we put the accent on the hyperbola. So a hyperbola is the locus of points such that the difference, and remember difference is a math word and that means subtraction, difference of the distances from any point on the hyperbola to two fixed points remains constant. And so that math word means that that distance will never change. These fixed points are called the foci. So the formula that we use here is d sub 1 minus d sub 2. And you can see here that we take the distance between one of the foci, or one focus, I guess that's foci singular, to this point up here, and that is our D1. And then the distance from this point to this point is D2. Subtract them, and we get that constant. So there are two types of hyperbolas, just like there were two types of ellipses. So if you remember when we were talking about ellipses, we had horizontal ellipses and we had vertical ellipses. And the same thing holds true for hyperbolas. So we have a horizontal hyperbola and a vertical hyperbola. And so the main difference for the two types of hyperbolas is that a horizontal hyperbola opens left and right. So notice that, how do I explain this? So these little curvy parts are pointing to the left and they're pointing to the right. I guess that's the best way to envision it. And then the vertical has a little curvy parts opening to the top or opening up and then opening down like this. Now, when we start talking about the different pieces of the actual hyperbola, this will make a little bit more sense. So the center of the hyperbola, that's what we call HK. It's the midpoint of the foci. So the center is, let me zoom in here. All right, so the center is going to be here and here. This is our center point. Boom. All right. Now, the next important set of points that we need to understand are where our vertices are. So the vertices are the turning points. If these were parabolas, they would be what we would call our minimums or maximums, but these aren't parabolas. So we call these turning points. And they are plus or minus a units away from the center. So these are the points of the hyperbola that are the closest to the center. So here's a vertex, here's a vertex, here's a vertex, and here's a vertex. All right. Co-vertices are a little bit tougher to find, and we'll talk more about those later. However, we have them kind of conveniently marked for us on these diagrams. So our co-vertices are here and here, and they are plus or minus b units away from the center. So I hope you're noticing that we're using the same letters that we used when we talked about the ellipses. And we're also using the same labels. All right, so now we get to the transverse axis. And the transverse axis connects the vertices and has a length of 2a, so 2 times a. So right here to here would be the transverse axis, and here to here would be the transverse axis. Notice how in the horizontal parabola that the transverse axis itself is horizontal. And over here with our vertical, we can see that the transverse axis is vertical. So this is just an easier way of remembering which one's horizontal and which one's vertical. Now the next term is the conjugate axis. So the conjugate axis is connecting the two co-vertices, so that's going to go here and here. And it has a length of 2b because it's 2 times the distance from the center to the co-vertex. Our next term you should be very familiar with because you've learned about these before, are asymptotes, and they are the diagonal lines that kind of guide the curves or keep the curves in their lane. And they're the diagonal lines that are created from this little rectangle that the vertex and the co-vertex create. And then finally, the foci, one of the most kind of confusing things about ellipses and about hyperbolas. But the foci are plus minus c units away from the center. And so that's these two little points that we have here. So we have a focus and a focus. And when we say them plural, we call them foci, like foci. Focus, focus. All right, now we know all the pieces. And the last thing that we're going to talk about is how to find C, how to find the foci, or the distance of the foci from the center. So we just use the formula C squared equals A squared plus B squared. Now this is different from the formula that we used when we were working with ellipses. So when we were working with ellipses, we used the foci formula. Hold on, my screen keeps zooming in weird. We used the foci formula C squared equals A squared minus B squared when that was for ellipses. So keep in mind that you don't want to get these two things confused. Ellipses has a minus, hyperbolas has a plus.